The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, a group with a lot to prove here today. Taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. So the Michigan Wolverines return team didn't help matters out much there. Sometimes you sense that what the kids call swagger is a false bravado. This dude is nothing but real at wide receiver.
He's got that speed, and you see DBs, they're probably watching him come on the field right now, and they understand it's going to be a long game. This guy can go get it. He can run. He can do a little bit of everything at the wide receiver spot.
Kept it on the ground on first down. See if they stick with that plan on second. They'll run it to the right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Complete to the left. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who could make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Wide receiver shows motion. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Fakes the grab on the left. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert 3rd and long to keep it going. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Here are our impact impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Just steamrolling his way through. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field. Get it to him early on the first drive. Let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The give to the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer.
Hit the afterburners, kid. And eventually taken down, but what about that spin move gives him the first down yardage?
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Well, jet sweep pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's in for the score, touchdown.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Man, David, that last drive, an exercise in frustration, just couldn't pay it off with a score.
Yeah, and I think this defense is riding the bend, but don't break philosophy. Don't give up explosive plays. This offense, Jesse, has to find your way to manufacture some big plays and some scoring opportunities.
Man, I don't know if they're going to win, David, if they have to keep driving 8, 10, 12 plays. You're right. You got to find chunk plays somewhere. So identify the guys that can score touchdowns and get them the ball.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
On second down, looking to throw. It's complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Crow route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
Finds his tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. The completion short of the sticks, it's second down. From the gun, the ground game. Defense there to make the stop after a pickup of 2 to the 30. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert third and short from the 30? They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do most of the time? They keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on third and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, give on the inside. Not a lot there. Picks up one inside the 20 to the 19. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting deep shot for the end zone. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call, and they get the INT.
Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Little touch pass to the receiver. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Now on second down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. From the gun, running back on the move. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Leaves it with the back. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy that's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, this offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And as an offense, you've got an unconventional call. You're trying to get your receiver the ball using pre-snap motion, but you've got to do a better job up front blocking. Couldn't get it done, and now it sets up fourth down.
Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive down.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. He wants to throw. Fires into traffic, picked off. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's running in the open at the 20. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
Didn't take him long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on first down. Running back goes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, it is tough to beat the Big House when it's full and rocking as it is today in Ann Arbor. And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how good you are on third down and how efficient you are in keeping drives alive. Those 2 stats can help you break the will of even the best defenses and help you come out on top.
And the Wolverines will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Line gets set, first down. Touch pass on the run. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up second and 4.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes...
And he breaks into the open. The 30. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, go in full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Got some room, headed to the goal line.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. The home team is just destroying the competition today, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. The away team has done nothing to stop this offense. This is ugly today. They're up 14 over Northern Illinois. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Bounced off his feet.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to me.
Looking down the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Moves around to clear up the vision. Trying to make magic with his feet. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the 1st down with your feet can be. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. And the Wolverines are marching down the field. The give to the tailback. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. They'll leave it with him. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They're trying to get to it. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And that time the defense dialed up a free safety blitz. They were able to get an extra number in the pass rush. Offensive line, running backs, they couldn't account for it. And that free safety able to get to the quarterback.
The Wolverines decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A soaring high punt with serious hang time. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Crosses to 40. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially in the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most...
Oh, look out! He's at the 10. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball because he is dangerous in space.
The huge explosive play put them right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. And it's a touchdown, put 6 on the board. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not one, not two, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 25. A new set of downs after the completion. Give to the running back. Fighting off the defender. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy...
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent, making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Off the boot, looking for his man. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And the Wolverines will have a 1st down. This guy fits the bill, big, sturdy Michigan pocket passer.
And it's built on the ground, but I tell you what, when Michigan's had their best teams, they got to have that balance, right? You got to have a guy back there in the pocket that can go through the fake and then make the decision, get the ball out, and get some 1st downs.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. First down to start the drive after the break. He'll keep it himself.
Well, a good decision there by the QB. A little zone read action. He reads the defensive end, crashing down, keeps it himself, gets a nice chunk of yards.
And when you do that, you sort of get the drive going or keep it going, as the case may be.
It's amazing in college football now how big of a part of each offense the zone read has become. As we're seeing more and more athletic quarterbacks on rosters now, that is a staple of this sport.
They go to the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll line up for a second down play.
29 Philly.
On the move. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Power football with the run. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run.
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine.
One of the areas they really focused on for this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. The home team is just destroying the competition today, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. The away team has done nothing to stop this offense. This is ugly today. They're up by 28 over Northern Illinois. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on him for us. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Wide out in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it, open.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line getting set on second down. Quick pass on the fly motion. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
Here comes the offense on first down. They'll start this drive with a pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. The Wolverines want to move quickly. Looking to go up top on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that pass picked off. Inside the 50. At the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going downfield for the big play. It's complete. A huge pickup. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. Looking to throw it again. It's complete. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple of possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Oh, there's the ball. Oh, the offense ought to go buy a lottery ticket because that ball somehow bounced right back to them. They'll keep it. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Well, jet sweep pass. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off them, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Pass to 30. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
They had to have it, and they got it. A touchdown late in this game.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Kickoff team out there and ready to go. Out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And after this play, the cake will be baked. He'll come out throwing on first down. Feeling some heat. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People were fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.